are who we thought they were.
Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
TGIF, everybody. Welcome to the Sunshine State's only true sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics important to you, the sports fan in Florida. We are Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. I'm Bianchi. Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. He is Kravitz. Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media, the prodigy of production, primetime Jaden Grimes. He's the executive producer today and every day, making us sound high fidelity over there. We are coming to you live from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeart radio app and the YouTube machine. We want to hear from you throughout the course of the show. It's our Super Bowl preview show. We want you to enter the Rage Cage. That's that little red talkback microphone at the top of the page on the iHeart app. Press that button, rage away, give us your hot takes. It's a free-for-all Friday. You can, any topic goes, any question you want to ask us goes. Doesn't have to be a sports question. Can be a music question, a pop culture question. You can ask Kravitz about the Winter Olympics because he's an expert on that. We'll get to that momentarily. Kravitz, are you ready?
I am ready. It is the moment that everybody has been waiting for. We have waited weeks for this. We've previewed it in every different direction. Finally, the Magic will be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks at Kia Center on Saturday. We got Super Bowl Sunday coming up. I can't wait. I know that there are a lot of people out there that look at this Super Bowl and say, oh, it's so boring. I don't know who these quarterbacks are. And these teams, they've been there before. This is going to be a great game. Two teams that deserve to be in this spot. It's going to be a chess match. It's going to be a war out in Santa Clara. I'm pumped for it.
Absolutely. By the way, you can also hit us up on the Mills Air text line 50857. Let's get to some highlights and some headlines. Kravitz, it is happening as we speak. The Winter Olympics have started over in Italy, and I know you are pumped about your favorite event.
The giant slalom.
That's right. Kravitz, I don't know if you know this, but there is a controversy going on over at the Winter Olympics. This is a true story. The World Anti-Doping Agency is investigating whether ski jumpers are injecting their peepees with hyaluronic acid in order to give themselves an aerodynamic edge so they can fly further off the jump. Apparently, the ski jumper suits are fitted for them when they're naked, and they measure them so the suits are skin tight, because looser suits allows air to get in, and that can give you extra lift. So the accusees are apparently injecting themselves with acid to enlarge their peepees. Then they get the suits made, and then when the acid wears off, there is shrinkage, which makes the suit looser and makes them aerodynamically sound. Is this
real?
This is real. This is real. Check it out. But here's my early bird version of bet it or forget it.
Okay. All right.
Kravitz, you would inject your PP with acid if it meant winning a gold medal. Bet it or forget it.
Forget it. Forget about it. I will only be injecting myself in that region if my life depends on it. Okay. Or if the body part itself depends on it. So that is it. I picture when Mike read this story originally.
I had to decipher it. I gave you the Cliff Notes version.
You did a great job. Great job. We have to bring this back later in the show because it would be a waste for you to do all of that research, all of that condensing of information for us to only use it here in the open. I imagine, Jaden, that when Bianchi read this and he goes, and then it enlarges your...
Yeah.
Hello, Florida Center for Hormone and Wellness.
This is Mike Bianchi. Hyaluronic acid, please. Yeah. But it's only temporary.
I'll take two, thanks.
All right, Jaden, we don't get a chance to do this very often. Play the song, please. Yeah. How did that taste, Net? Huh?
Like pretty good. We're thinking.
Watch out now.
Watch out, she will
Gonna get you.
get you.
That's right.
Hey.
Coming to our house with that stupid logo. Get out of here.
Right. At least the Magic can beat the pathetic Brooklyn Nets. The Magic coming off the NBA trade deadline yesterday, in which they added nobody and endured the wrath of fans on social media. They manhandled the Brooklyn Nets 118-98 last night at Kia Center. Here's some sound.
Suggs has made 3 threes, and now we're going to turn over. Guess who? Jalen, and a 360 jam, and that is Jalen, the Juice Man, bringing it. And we get a timeout, Brooklyn. Long rebound. Clowney has it. Jalen steps in, steals it from him. Throws the lob at Banchero. Throws it down. And you better act quick when Jalen's floating around.
I thought he was great tonight. I really do. His energy, his poise, his focus on the defensive end, getting guys involved, making the easy play. There was a point in the game that I just saw him after he made the pass to the corner. It was beautiful basketball because he just came down with such a level of poise just to find the easy, simple pass for guys. And I think that's what he's capable of doing. You know, obviously we know what he can do defensively, but his ability to get guys involved is really special.
That's Coach Jamal Mosley talking about Jalen Suggs, who recorded his first career triple-double, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. Also added 4 blocks and 3 steals. He became the first player in Magic history with 15-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, 10-plus assists, 3-plus blocks, and 3-plus steals in a game. It was only the 6th time this season a player in the NBA notched a triple-double in under 30 minutes. So Jalen Suggs playing lights out last night. Kravitz, if the Magic win their next 3 home games, who do they have their next game?
Jazz.
The Jazz, and then 2 against the Bucks before the All-Star break. All of the consternation Magic fans have been feeling will dissipate and disappear.
That would be a forget it early on in the show today. None of these would be all that impressive in terms of the win strength. I love the way the team played last night. It was fun watching them play that style of basketball that you know they're capable of. All of the defensive intensity, the movement without the ball, then you've got 360 jams in the open court. It was fun. It was fun watching them. It was like watching the Globetrotters against the Washington Generals. But the Brooklyn Nets have scored less than 100 points in 3 of their last 4 games. They are in all-out tank mode. They're playing guys that should not be playing on an NBA roster right now, and that's what the Magic should be doing. So, yes, it's nice to watch it, but it doesn't really mean anything as far as gaining legitimate, I'll use a word that Weltman used on our show yesterday, substantive confidence.
Mm-hmm.
A game like last night just doesn't really create that. It's good, but I think I kind of feel like they have to win 4 in a row. And if that's how you feel at this stage in the season, that a team has to go on a 4-game win streak in order to feel halfway decent going into the All-Star break, then that's not enough to satiate all of the frustration.
If they win 4 in a row and Franz is back right after the All-Star break, I think fans would be fired up about that.
Yes, if the win streak continues when Franz comes back, then I think what you're saying will come to fruition. 4 in a row. Then you get the news during the All-Star break that Franz is coming back. They go on a West Coast trip. You win a couple immediately out of the gate, then I think we're talking.
All right, Super Bowl week. The NFL named its major award winners last night. LA Rams quarterback Matt Stafford edged Patriots counterpart Drake May by 1 vote to win the NFL Most Valuable Player award. Stafford then, during his acceptance speech, announced that he is going to return next season. Kravitz, here's the top 5 MVP vote getters. Matt Stafford, 1. Drake May, 2. Josh Allen, 3. Christian McCaffrey, 4. Trevor Lawrence, 5. Trevor Lawrence, 5? I guess he deserves it.
Absolutely, he
Right?
deserves it. I think I was I was surprised after learning who did get first place votes that he didn't get a first place vote.
Justin Herbert did, though.
Justin Herbert got a first place vote. Credit to Sam Monson from Pro Football Focus, who I've interviewed on this show in the past, or at least in this time block in the past. He is one of the best NFL analysts that's out there. I respect the hell out of his opinion. Voting for Justin Herbert as the top spot in your MVP ballot makes no sense to me. And Trevor Lawrence is part of the reason why. If you want to go counter to the consensus, I'm fine with that. You can make a case that there's someone else other than Drake May or Matt Stafford that should win this award. I would just get to about 10 other players before I got to Justin Herbert, and Trevor Lawrence would be one of those guys.
No argument on Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, who obviously broke the NFL single-season record for sacks. No argument on Offensive Player of the Year, Jackson Smith-Njigba, your boy who you love. He'll be in the Super Bowl, obviously, after his record-breaking year. Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel. No argument there, right? You have any argument for any of the awards, I guess?
I would love to, because it would make for great radio, but I just don't.
Right.
I don't have really I don't get fired up about awards in general, but I feel like the league kind of got this right. There are a lot of good options for all of these. What frustrates me more than anything else is that I have the Offensive Player of the Year on my most important fantasy team, and I didn't win a championship. Usually that's a formula to winning a fantasy championship, is having the Offensive Player of the Year. Still couldn't bring it home. The only gripe, if I had to manufacture one, would be Mike Vrabel, because he had the easiest schedule in the NFL. That probably should have been used against him when you consider all of the other great coaching candidates that they could have gone with.
Who? You mean Mike Vrabel?
Who? How do you pronounce his name, Monica?
You mean Mike Vrabel?
Mike Verbal.
Mike Vrabel. All right. Yeah.
That's how. Who was that? Monica McNutt?
Yeah.
Monica McNutt announced.
If the Jags coach one should have said, it's Lime Cone. All right. Come on up.
Those are your headlines and your highlight.
Up next, a Super Bowl spin that we're going to take statewide. Is Sam Darnold's trip to the Super Bowl a cautionary tale for others in the Sunshine State? We'll get to that next.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. That's pay. P-A-Y. Enter it now at 969thegame.com and answer your phone if they call. Good luck.
You know, in sports, communication matters. The best teams don't miss signals or assignments. At home, communication matters as well, especially when something breaks. In Florida, when there's a heat wave going on, you don't want voicemail or confusion when it comes to your AC system. When your air conditioning goes out, responsiveness separates good companies from bad companies. That's why I call Ziegler Air Conditioning. Jason and the crew have been serving Central Florida for 40 years, and they still answer the phone with a real person. No phone trees, no endless prompts, just someone ready to help. Ziegler installed my system. They maintain it twice a year, and they make sure it's running efficiently and staying under warranty. They don't push upgrades or rush decisions. They focus on one thing: quality service. Like when my AC failed on a recent hot holiday weekend, while other companies would have never responded, Ziegler Air answered and sent a technician out quickly. That kind of reliability doesn't happen by accident. Give them a call. 407-245-8765. 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need more than just a sign in the yard. You need a pro who knows the market, knows the process, and knows how to fight for you. That's why I trust Kevin Krager with LPT Realty. Kevin doesn't just unlock doors. He brings a deep knowledge of market trends, the latest home buyer programs,
cutting-edge real estate technology, but what truly sets him apart, it's Kevin's strong background in construction. He knows what to look for so that you don't end up in a money pit. Owning a home should be an asset, but it only is if you know what you're doing and if you have somebody on your side that can help you with the process. From foundation to roof line, he's focused on protecting your investment every step of the way, and even after closing, his service doesn't stop there. Kevin has the resources to help with repairs or upgrades that you may want, all at cost to his wonderful clients. So if you want more than just an agent, if you want a trusted guide who knows homes inside and out, call Kevin Krager with LPT Realty today. Your future home will thank you.
Expect to pump the brakes on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching that I-75 exit. It's stop and go there. There's slowdowns on the Turnpike northbound before US 192. You're going to get caught up in some delays on I-4 between Dr. Phillips and heading through that Celebration area. Both directions are starting to slow down. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Ciders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Ciders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Ciders. There's nothing like it.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones. You think you know what's going to happen during the big game? Call it with DraftKings Predictions, a new app where you can predict outcomes on football's biggest game. Make real money predictions on the big game and put your money where your knowledge is. Pick a topic, make a prediction. Like, what will the total score be? Will the underdog cover? Which team will be lifting the trophy at the end? Then see if your big game smarts pay off. DraftKings Predictions is new and simple to use with big game trading. Available here in Florida.
Download now. New DraftKings Predictions customers get up to a $75 first trade bonus with promo code WYGM740. Don't just feel it, predict it with DraftKings Predictions. The crown is yours. DraftKings Predictions is a CFTC registered introducing broker. Event contract trading involves substantial risk of loss. One per new customer. Opt-in required. Non-withdrawable predictions dollars expire in 1 year. Ends February 8th, 2026. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. See terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Tonight, kick off the Winter Olympics in style with the opening ceremony from Italy. We are ready to roll. Tonight at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on NBC and Peacock.
The biggest night in football is almost here. On Kalshi, you can now legally trade game day props like, will a quarterback win MVP? Yes, is trading at 70%, meaning a $100 trade pays $140 if it hits. Kalshi isn't betting. It's a live market where you trade against other people, buying in or out as prices move. And for a limited time, use code iHeart and get $20 when you trade $100. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns to Bay Hill March 2nd through 8th. Experience the new look Michelob Ultra Fan Deck, plus fan favorite events like Throwback Thursday, presented by Corksicle, Wine and Dine on 9, presented by Briggs & Riley, the reimagined Birdies and Barbecue, and more. Don't miss the PGA Tour's best at Orlando's signature event, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Get tickets today at arnoldpalmerinvitational.com.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Adding great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, rideshare crashes, distracted driving accidents. You name it, we've litigated it. If you've been in a crash, make it a Farah fight. Farah and Farah.
Orlando. DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. Kewaskum, Wisconsin's own Jordan Stoltz is moving faster than anyone else on Earth. The young phenom has taken the speed skating world by storm, shattering records and dominating world championships across multiple distances. His rare combination of explosive start speed and endurance makes him a threat every time he laces up. Stoltz hits the Olympic Oval in Milano Cortina not just to win, but to chase world records. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, it's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. Let's start February strong in a brand new Chevy from Don Mealy Chevrolet, your truck headquarters for 50 years. Right now, get 3.9% APR for 60 months on a 2026 Chevy Silverado or up to $5,000 in bonus cash. Looking for something the whole family will love? How about a 2026 Chevy Equinox with 3.9% APR for 60 months and no payments for 90 days? Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet today or shop anytime at DonMealyChevy.com. Chevy, together let's drive.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bat calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
The new home for the Miami Dolphins is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Just search 96.9 The Game. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
I think the most intriguing Super Bowl storyline is, I don't even think it's close. I think it's Sam Darnold and the resurrection story. He's been traded. He's been discarded. He's been labeled a bust. He's been given up on. Now he's in the Super Bowl, and it'll take an upset if he doesn't win it. It's an incredible story of overcoming adversity. It's an incredible story of stick-to-itiveness. It's everything sports is supposed to be about. Sports is supposed to be about overcoming adversity, ignoring your critics, ignoring the noise in the system, and doing your job to the best of your ability. And that's what Sam Darnold has done. In fact, his opponent on Sunday, Drake May, says he is a big Sam Darnold fan.
Big fan of Sam. What a journey, what a career he's had. Just to battle the life of the NFL and knowing that, his first opportunity, obviously he got put in a scenario where, they decided to move on. And from there, he's made them pay ever since. He's battled of not playing for years and being the backup to getting his chance and just making the most of it. It's been awesome to see just what this side of, such a great story, the side of the league that, people think that, what makes the league so special. It's stories like Sam that just puts his head down, works hard. It's turned to one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I've gotten to know him a little bit. He's a great dude. He's one of the the best dudes I've met, and he's looking forward to seeing him on Sunday and seeing him do his thing, and but also at the same time competing against him.
Made him pay. Made the Jets pay. Made the Vikings pay. Really made the Vikings pay. The Vikings GM just got fired. Probably because he gave up on Sam Darnold or let Sam Darnold get away, right?
I think that's part of it. Their roster isn't that good overall, but I think that is a key component to that equation. When you get quarterback wrong, nothing will get you fired faster as a GM. And you left the team out, too. The Panthers gave up on him as well.
Yeah.
And, Bryce Young did lead the team to the playoffs, sort of. I think they'd rather have Sam Darnold right now. That's not a hot take.
Yeah. And it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if Sam Darnold is, as you put it, a cautionary tale for the Miami Dolphins, who are apparently ready to give up on Tua Tagovailoa, or are they ready to give up on him? I read a story the other day. The new offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick, he was pretty complimentary of Tua, saying, hey, the guy handled adversity well when he got benched this past season. Slowick obviously was on the staff this past year under Mike McDaniel. So, personally, I think it is a cautionary tale for Tua. I mean, sometimes, and we saw it up in Jacksonville, sometimes a new coach can resurrect a career as well. Doesn't have to be a new franchise. Sometimes a new coach can resurrect a career. Liam Cohen certainly resurrected Trevor Lawrence's career because Trevor Lawrence was one of these guys before the season. We were saying, hey, this guy looks like he could be a bust, right?
Yeah, and so Trevor Lawrence is a good example of this. Sam Darnold is the key example right now because he's playing on Super Bowl Sunday. But yeah, good that the Jags didn't rip the Band-Aid off with a struggling Trevor Lawrence because this guy got MVP votes, and he turned things around.
Although it's much harder to rip the Band-Aid off when you've signed a guy to a mega deal. Sam Darnold was never signed to a mega deal in Minnesota when they let him go.
Yeah, their plan, it's different investments.
Right.
Their plan was never for Sam Darnold to be their guy. Their plan was for J.J. McCarthy to be the guy, and Sam Darnold was brought in as a bridge quarterback. I think this is a fascinating discussion because there is a balance that you have to strike here. I've brought it up on this show before. I admire franchises. The Patriots are one of them, and two different recent examples of a franchise that is willing to look at a problem that they haven't even really been marinating on all that long and say, this isn't working, let's move on. I think that's what good organizations do. They see something that's not working, and they immediately pivot to something better. They did it with their head coach, Gerard Mayo, downgrade from the guy they have now in Mike Vrabel. Obviously, he just won Coach of the Year. Mac Jones was their quarterback for not for that long, and they said, nope, not working, and then they got Drake May in the draft. Both of those worked out for them. That's admirable. They took a situation that wasn't even there that long, said it's not working, and moved on. The other end of the equation is what the Jets didn't do. It's what the Dolphins might not do, which is giving up too soon and not being patient. And both of those are on opposite ends of the spectrum, but they both have something in common when you get it right. It's called making a good decision. And that's what the bad franchises have a really hard time with, is making a good decision. If you look at how long it took Sam Darnold to become a superstar level quarterback, he had to struggle for 6 years in the NFL before he finally popped off with Minnesota. Tua's been in the league for 6 years. So it's not like, even though he has been given more rope than Sam Darnold was with the Jets, sometimes it takes this long for these guys to finally figure themselves out. That's why I think it is a cautionary tale.
Although, yes, you're right. Sometimes. But sometimes, like, if the Jets hadn't given up on Sam Darnold, I don't think Sam Darnold would be the Sam Darnold he is right now. All right? Sometimes you just need a change of scenery to revitalize your career, to have a new start. Heck, we saw it with the MVP of the league, Matt Stafford. Yes, he was a good quarterback in Detroit, but he wasn't an MVP quarterback until he got to the Rams, and vice versa. Jared Goff became a really good quarterback when he went to the Lions. That trade worked out for both teams, did it not?
Yeah, but if...
Right?
Yes, and if Sam Darnold is going to win a Super Bowl, that's probably not something he could have accomplished with the Jets. But that's not the Jets' problem of like how much Sam Darnold is able to accomplish. They're trying to keep the best quarterback possible in their house. They had him, and they decided to hit abort on the development of that player. That's a bad decision. They get the control of that, because if they had offered him the big-time contract that quarterbacks make, he would have said yes, and he'd still be with the Jets.
I'll give you two Buccaneers examples, okay? Obviously, Baker Mayfield, he's resurrected his career in Tampa Bay. You would agree with that?
Yes.
Steve Young, way back when, he was a Buccaneer, and he was terrible, and the Buccaneers said, this guy's not worth anything, and he gets traded to the 49ers, and he becomes a Hall of Famer. So sometimes you need a change of scenery.
Yep, it's the home of where you make it. Up next, our daily coach quote of the day, plus, Jaden, this is the first you're learning about this, an impromptu Mount Rushmore. After this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz will be right back after this.
You know, every championship run starts with the right drive, and Don Mealy Chevrolet out in Claremont has been driving Central Florida forward for 50 years. Don Mealy founded the dealership after moving his family from Maryland, and today his son Jay keeps that same hometown commitment alive. He even gives customers his personal email address because accountability still matters. Right now, the savings are all-star caliber. Get 3.9% APR for 60 months on a new Chevy Silverado, or up to $5,000 in bonus cash. Need something a little more family-friendly? How about a Chevy Equinox? It also delivers 3.9% APR for 60 months and no payments for 90 days. And here's the inside scoop, guys. I was out at Don Mealy Chevrolet earlier this week, and Jason, the GM, says our listeners can score up to $15,000 off on a brand new Equinox EV with over 60 available. I test drove one of those babies. It was amazing. I'm telling you, it's an incredible ride. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet today. Tell them the Bulldog sent you, or shop online at donmealychevy.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
We here on Game On and the Orlando Valkyries appreciate our teachers. To show how much we care, we're giving you a night to remember. This Friday evening, catch the Orlando Valkyries versus the Atlanta Vibe Teacher Appreciation Night, presented by Foxtail Coffee. The first 1,000 fans get a free Valkyries lanyard as well. Perfect way to celebrate some of the most important people in our community. That's Friday night at Addition Financial Arena. Support the team and pay tribute to our educators. We'll see you at the next match.
Olympics update.
The Winter Olympics opening ceremony is today in Milan. Speed skating Olympic champion Erin Jackson is excited to be one of the Team USA flag bearers.
Oh, it means so much. I ran into one of my teammates in the cafeteria yesterday, and he was like, I've been voting for you like crazy.
Saturday is the first full day of competition in Milan. The action will include alpine skiing and the men's downhill medal event.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeart Radio app.
The biggest night in football is almost here. On Kalshi, you can now legally trade game day props, like will a quarterback win MVP? Yes, is trading at 70%, meaning a $100 trade pays $140 if it hits. Kalshi isn't betting. It's a live market where you trade against other people, buying in or out as prices move. And for a limited time, use code iHeart and get $20 when you trade $100. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Start the new year off right with a game-changing financial plan, because believe me, hoping everything works out isn't a strategy. I thought I had things in good shape until Trajan Wealth took a second look. Turns out I was missing some big opportunities that could have mattered down the road. Now I've got a clearer path to retirement and real peace of mind. They're fiduciaries, which means they're required to put your interests first. Their loyalty is to you, not to selling a product. The more money you make, the more money they make. And believe me, you can feel that difference immediately. If you want clarity, confidence, and a better plan this year, call Trajan Wealth today at 407-204-0300 and tell them Mike Bianchi sent you. Or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC Registered Investment Advisor, client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
When it comes to running a business, you need the right tools and supplies. That's where Tools Ace Hardware comes right in. Big or small, Tools Ace Hardware has everything your business needs, from everyday paper goods to powerful steel equipment and everything in between. Need it fast? Tools offers free local delivery straight to your door. And with pricing tailored to your business, you'll save time and money. With 14 convenient locations, you're never far from a Tools Ace Hardware store. Or visit us online at toolsacehardware.com and start saving today. Tools Ace, the business place.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
I don't know about you, but I can't stand when I see creepy crawlies all over my house. That's why I have to have a pest control provider that doesn't just treat the pest problem, they solve it. You can keep your home protected from the bugs all year long. Get yourself a termite bond while you're at it. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz and Mike Bianchi from Game On sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service. Burn Pest is a family-run operation right here in our backyard in Central Florida. Go and find them online easily, and don't stress about these pests anymore. It's burnpest.com.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013, 800-444-2013, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-444-2013.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitution. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. El Campeon, the Champion, it was founded in 1917 and is one of the most storied courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Bianchi sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. I love to rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And when the day winds down, relax at the spa or one of their fabulous on-site restaurants, including the newly opened Conquistador, born from Mission Resort's Spanish-accented past, complete with handcrafted tile, cowhides, and vibrant greenery, framing a menu of shareable plates, wood-kissed main courses, citrus-bright seafood, and garden-to-glass cocktails. Book reservations for the restaurants, hotel, or golf tee times at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort and Club, your next great escape is closer than you think.
Cold air has returned to Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast as we head to the weekend. And for today, we are going to be ending the work week on a chilly note. Even as we head to this afternoon, temperatures will be staying below normal. The high of only 63 degrees. Our normal high for this time of year is right around 74 for some perspective. But as we head to this weekend, we will see some improvements. We'll see a high of 68 degrees for our Saturday before a high of 70 by Sunday and even the upper 70s by the end of next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
Score major deals on top brands at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Find your dream mattress today. Their sleep experts are highly trained to find the right one to fit your unique needs. They make sleep easy.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game.
Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
We have a pair of prizes to give away today, and you can win them by interacting with us. We have Orlando City soccer tickets for their opener against the Red Bull of New York. And we have opener tickets for UCF baseball. They're taking on Siena. It is a tradition as old as time. UCF against Siena.
Siena making their pilgrimage south.
Yeah. Is that that coach that's been their coach for 100 years? Is he still
Siena?
Is he still with us?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not up on Siena baseball.
All right. I'll ask Mark.
Put it on the Ask Mark list.
Orlando City Soccer, UCF baseball for the beginning of both of their seasons. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to text in, okay? We'll make it easy for you today. You have to ask us a question that is of the free-for-all Friday variety, which means it's any question that you want to ask us. So there are no rules. No rules, just right.
Just make it a good question, a clever question.
A good question, and then tag at the end of it which prize you want, and then I will select some winners.
Hashtag Orlando City tickets?
Yeah, you can hashtag it. You can just type it, however you want to do it. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. But hey, we did lay the groundwork for some rules here. So ask away 50857 on the Mills Air text line. Time for the coach quote.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Our daily source of inspiration and motivation, and today's, it's a simple one, it's a short one, it's about hard work. This is from Lou Holtz.
Yeah, Lou.
No one has ever drowned in sweat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a bar.
That is a bar.
No one has ever drowned in sweat. Your hard work will not kill you. It'll only make you better.
Perspiration over inspiration.
That's right.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know what my favorite Lou Holtz quote is? So
what was that?
This is back when he was coaching at Arkansas, way back when, all right? And Arkansas just won a big game. It's when and if they won the game, they were going to get to go to the Orange Bowl. So they won the game, and after the game, as was tradition, when you got invited to the Orange Bowl, the fans were throwing oranges onto the field. And Lou Holtz said, "I'm glad we're not going to the Gator Bowl."
Not sure how I feel about your Lou Holtz impression. The latest one that I saw from him that I absolutely loved was when he was asked about the Catholics versus convicts rivalry of the 80s and 90s, and he said, "I was always offended by that moniker because most of our players were Protestant." I have an impromptu Mount Rushmore.
It's time for another epic encounter with a Brandon Kravitz Mount Rushmore.
Seattle and Boston will be represented in Super Bowl 60. Two great places to be, two great places to live, two great places to grab a cup of joe. I've actually never been to either city, but they both seem wonderful, and they're definitely on the list.
I've been to both.
Which one's better, Boston or Seattle? Gut reaction. Gut reaction.
Boston
Quicker.
because of the history.
Someone spit on my window in Boston.
Okay.
Yeah, but Boston because of the American history there.
Well, it's also the battle of two great coffee brands, Dunkin' Donuts in Boston and Starbucks in Seattle.
Give me Dunkin' any day.
It's not even a contest.
Yeah, Dunkin'.
That's Starbucks. This is like,
yeah, if you want to spend $5 as opposed to $2.
It's like do you like Michael Jordan better or Muggsy Bogues? Come on, seriously. Well, one place you can get real coffee, the other you get a stale donut. Okay, yeah, easy call.
Yeah, it's insulting to Dunkin's Donuts. The blueberry cream donut.
But listen, when Dunkin' Donuts when they're on point and those donuts come out of the fryer, incredible. But they sometimes they make a lot and they let them sit there too long. But my Mount Rushmore has nothing to do with coffee. It is the greatest athletes in the history of both cities. I made two. This is a BOGO Mount Rushmore. Seattle sports, Boston sports. I'll give you the Boston one first because that one was too easy to put together. I don't think I'm going to get any argument here. Bill Russell.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yep.
Larry Bird. Obviously. Ted Williams. Greatest hitter in the history of baseball. And Tom Brady. I don't know how you can knock any of those off the list.
I think you would have to put Bobby Orr on the list. Bobby Orr's. I mean, Larry Bird is a great basketball player, no question about it. But Larry Bird's not like considered one of the top 2 or 3 basketball players of all time. Bobby Orr is considered one of the top 2 or 3 hockey players of all time. He revolutionized the sport.
I definitely neglected hockey altogether when I made this. So
yeah, just like yesterday when you were doing like the sporting events to look forward to after football season, and you put the freaking, what was the one you put the World Cup that's in July, and you didn't even put the Winter Olympics on it?
Well, first of all, there were only 4 options available. But
the Winter Olympics is right now. The World Cup's in July.
We are tracking giant slalom action. Marco.
Giant slalom.
Thank you. Marco Ottermatt. Good luck beating that guy. Okay, so that's your Boston Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
I've already chiseled the faces, so sorry, Bobby, you're off the list.
What about Doug Flutie, too?
Come on.
What?
I could come up with 14 more Red Sox that would go on before Flutie. Okay, Seattle Mount Rushmore. You had to get a little more creative with this one.
Mm-hmm.
We're going with the glove, Gary Payton.
Okay.
Greatest Seattle Supersonic of all time. R.I.P. to the franchise. Ken Griffey Jr., Marshawn Lynch, Steve Largent. That one I'm not as confident on. The Marshawn Lynch one is more of like a fan favorite kind of thing. I would think that if you were there, that Marshawn Lynch jerseys at a Seahawks game would outweigh any other jersey that's in the building outside of those that are currently playing.
Yeah, but Marshawn Lynch, he wasn't. I mean, he was a really good player. Okay, he was. But he was never like the best running back in the league.
He was their running back when they won the Super Bowl.
Okay, but he wasn't.
And he was one of the best players on the team. And he has the most iconic moment in Seattle Seahawks history with the Beast Mode run. And they still
what
adore
about
him.
Ichira? He was the best hitter in the game, for crying out loud.
Yeah, that's not a bad point. So, okay, let's say I also thought about, well, one, I love Sean Kemp, but he wasn't going to make it on this list. Randy Johnson.
Sean Kemp is in the Hall of Fame, the Illegitimate Children Hall of Fame.
Steve Largent or Marshawn Lynch? If you had to put one Seahawk on there, who gets bumped?
Marshawn Lynch.
Because Steve Largent is considered one of the best.
Steve Largent's a Hall of Famer. And Marshawn Lynch will never be.
50857. I will take submissions on the Seattle Mount Rushmore, but that right there, your Mount Rushmore from me for both of these cities and their sports history. Up next,
Randy Johnson.
Yeah, Randy Johnson. I said that's an option.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. Your texts, your talkbacks right here on Game On. Don't go anywhere.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be back right after this.
You know, when you hit your late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, something changes. You start waking up a little more tired. You can't focus like you used to. The workouts get harder and the belly gets bigger. I know, I've been there. Then I went to Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, and that's when things turned around. Dr. John Carrazella, he's the man. He's the guy. He's no lightweight. Yale honors grad. Former orthopedic surgeon for 25 years. He knows how to rebuild a man's engine. He uses bioidentical hormone therapy, meaning the hormones are identical to what your body makes, not this synthetic junk. They checked everything for me. Testosterone, thyroid, adrenal levels, and built a precise plan to get me balanced. Within weeks, I felt like a new man. Energy, focus, drive, even my sleep, all back. Guys, this isn't about chasing youth. It's about getting back to feeling right. Don't settle for some pop-up tea clinic. Go to the real pros. Visit hormonesandwellness.com and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. Visit hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog. hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bad calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
Busy on the roads this afternoon. There's a crash blocking the shoulder I-4 westbound before Ivanhoe Boulevard. Crews still working on an accident blocking two right lanes, 434 eastbound at Maitland Boulevard, and another accident blocking the right lane, Beach Line eastbound at Dallas Boulevard. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Shop now for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
It's your captain speaking. To the passenger with the Mirror Fast soft shoe, smart move.
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Can't blame you. Mirror Fast works fast, but without the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Close the curtain, Carol.
From the makers of Miralax, new Mirafast soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Find Mirafast today at your local retailer. Use directed for occasional constipation. Contains magnesium hydroxide.
Tonight, kick off the Winter Olympics in style with the opening ceremony from Italy.
We are ready to roll.
Tonight at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on NBC and Peacock.
Night of Champions 14. Live boxing returns to Kareem Royale Orlando on Friday, February 20th. Records and titles are on the line. Undefeated Alex Bray takes on Rodrigo Damian Correa for the WBA Continental Latin American title. Undefeated Daniel Perro defends his title against David Hainsworth. And undefeated Gabriela Tellez takes on Calista Silgado for the WBA Female Continental Americas title. Plus a deep undercard featuring undefeated prospects and pro debuts. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at KareemRoyale.com/boxing.
The biggest night in football is almost here. On Kalshi, you can now legally trade game day props like will a quarterback win MVP? Yes is trading at 70%, meaning a $100 trade pays $140 if it hits. Kalshi isn't betting. It's a live market where you trade against other people, buying in or out as prices move. And for a limited time, use code iHeart and get $20 when you trade $100. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Guys, this Valentine's Day, surprise you with the most personal, most romantic, most meaningful gift ever. Jewelry from International Diamond Center. When you do, the folks at IDC make sure that you've got all the bases covered. Roses, chocolates, a gift card for a romantic dinner. It's the ultimate Valentine's bundle. At IDC, they put together a special selection of ready-to-wear gifts, from classics like diamond pendants and diamond earrings to stunning new creations from top bridal designers. Italian gold jewelry, rare gemstone jewelry. These are gifts that she will love forever. Let the experts at IDC make it easy. Spend as little as $199 and they'll give you the roses, chocolates, and a gift card for dinner. Or you can finance your Valentine's gift with 0 interest for 36 months. This Valentine's Day, let the experts at IDC show you how to say I love you louder than ever with a gift that shows how much you care. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall Millennia. Shop online at shopadc.com. On approved credit, it's International Diamond Center.
Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
It's time to bet, win, and connect in 2026. If you think you know the market better than your friends and peers, Better Edge is the place to profit off of that advantage. Better Edge is a social betting marketplace trusted by over 35,000 bettors, including me. Better Edge is where I first discovered that you can actually churn a profit betting on sports. With the best odds and prices anywhere in the market, it's a no-brainer for sharp sports bettors. Use the promo code BeatBrandon at sign-up for $20 upon your first arrival. It's betteredge.com or the Better Edge app.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Sports lives on the iHeart Radio app, the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Big game coverage, the Winter Olympics from Milan, NBC's official audio partner, Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, and sports betting. Search sports on the free iHeart Radio app and listen now.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Award is... You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com. sportsfans.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Spice up the big game with a hot box from Dave's Hot Chicken.
Michael Eric Dyson for the Bail Project.
Our founders drafted the Eighth Amendment to prohibit excessive cash bail. They never meant for it to hold people in jail. They knew excessive bail would create one system of justice for the rich and one for everyone else. But today, cash bail traps people in jail before they've even had their day in court. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Made it easier to connect with 96.9 The Game. Just open the free iHeart Radio app and make us your number one preset. WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. It's a free-for-all Friday. Let your voice be heard and see what you can get Bianchi and Kravitz all fired up about. Text us at 50857 or hit us up on the iHeart Radio Talkback. Now back to Game On.
Before we get to your texts and talkbacks this February, local McDonald's franchises are giving customers a brand new sweet and spicy flavor revolution with the hot honey lineup for breakfast. How about a hot honey sausage and egg biscuit or the hot honey crispy chicken biscuit? And for your afternoon treat, or I know Kravitz likes a late night snack after the Magic games, how about a bacon hot honey McCrispy sandwich, or the honey McCrispy sandwich, or the hot honey snack wrap? How? I had one of those today. How was it good?
Oh, wow. I had to stand up. I had to stand up for that. We're talking about bacon and hot honey.
You can't beat it.
Sweating over here.
Love it.
My goodness.
Go get yourself a hot honey something.
Woo. 70% of the bets on Super Bowl Sunday right now are on the Seattle Seahawks to cover 4.5 points. The most lopsided public betting action in Super Bowl history since this stuff has been tracked, which is realistically only about the last 25 years, but still spans a large amount of time. I did a little more digging on this. How's this for a trivia question that is in my lane of sports betting? There have been 7 Super Bowls in the last 25 years where one side of the action has received 60% or more of the bets. So overwhelmingly people betting one side, 60% or more. It's only happened 7 times in the last 25 years. Usually it's more balanced than that. Would you like to predict the record of the 60%ers over those 7 Super Bowls in terms of their against the spread mark?
7-0.
They are 5-2.
Okay.
So I think usually when people read that, they think, well, all these people are on one side, you know? They got big buildings in Vegas, so you just go the other way, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people, the large masses, when the masses side with one side on the Super Bowl, tend to be right. So I find that interesting because usually you think, like, if you want to be successful at betting, you have to think counterintuitively. But when it comes to the Super Bowl, there's so much information out there and there's so much buildup. I think a lot of people just end up on the same side with a game that's this big. Coming up next, Daniel Libet, invested.
And plus, people hate the Patriots.
Well, that has a lot to do with it, too. Back in 60 seconds.
Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
There is an amazing story at Sportico.com, a fabulous sports business website, which reported that Florida State, the Seminoles, closed the fiscal year 2025 with $437 million in athletics-related debt. That's a $200 million increase from last year's fiscal cycle. Reading the story, it's the highest debt of any other public university in the country. The university as a whole reported $617 million in institutional debt. The athletic department accounted for 71% of that total. For comparison, 5 years ago, the athletics-related debt stood at $17 million, and now it's at $437 million. That's an increase, according to Sportico, I could have never figured this out, of 2,465% over 5 years. Let's welcome in the writer and reporter who obviously is very good at math as well. That is Daniel Libet. He writes for Sportico. Daniel, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon, and what a great story.
Well, thanks for having me. I hope my math is correct. I'm pretty sure it is.
All right, let's start with this. Why is Florida State in more debt than everybody else?
Well, they're paying. They're on the hook for facility expenditures that they've incurred over the last several years. The renovation to the football stadium, the construction of the football practice center. That is generally what drives athletic departments into debt into the hundreds of millions, as we've seen at other schools like Cal over the years. So in some ways, this figure is not, maybe the totality of it is not a surprise for certainly for the university and for those who have followed, because these bills were going to be ultimately come due, and the way in which these facility renovations or constructions were being paid for was through the issuance of new bonds. Seminoles Booster, the support organization, has existing debt from other construction projects that it's paying service fees on. But this is what happens. Schools have large expenses, large athletic department expenses, and they generally, we shouldn't say generally, but it's not uncommon for them to take out big chunks of debt in order to cover it. The challenge now is all these expenditures predate this current era in college athletics. None of this has to do with revenue sharing, paying players, or anything else. Some of a little bit might indirectly relate to ACC litigation. We can talk about that.
Right.
But for the most part, this is just what was spent, or what it cost to do things that were done years ago at this point.
Okay, so you mentioned Cal. I was reading a story the other day about Rutgers having a massive amount of athletic debt. Michigan had to borrow from its own institution to cover some of its athletic debt. The obvious question, I guess, is everybody tells us that college football is a cash cow. It seems like this cow's udder is all dried up and there's no milk coming out. Is college football really a cash cow, or is it a cash drain?
Well, that's a great question. And you can take two different views of that. It's a cash cow in part because often the facilities, which are the lion's share of expenses for many big-time schools, are being paid for by somebody else. Now, that may yet be the case at Florida State. It certainly is not unprecedented to see schools wipe the slate of their athletic department debt, at some point down the road, basically the main campus assuming the responsibility for those payments. And that could happen at Florida State. There are some intricacies in state law in terms of how things have to get paid. In this case, it's the athletics department itself that issued the bonds. But yes, I mean, we might be talking 10 years down the road when all of a sudden the university decides that figure we're just going to strike away with a pen. But yeah, I mean, so often it's considered a cash cow because it is able to rely on other entities to defray major amounts of the cost. If it's the main campus of universities, if it's donors, if it's direct support organizations, it is not necessarily covering all of its bills. So, this is not a debt that is going to be paid off, presumably because of, new ticket sales or things of that nature. This is either going to be because of some massive new source of revenue. And we can talk about, Florida State's toying with institutional capital and private equity, or it's going to be covered at some point by main campus if history from other universities is a guide.
Philosophical. Well, actually, let me ask you this first: Are all schools in debt? Like, for instance, are the Florida Gators, are they in debt? Is UCF in debt? What's the average amount of debt? I don't know if you were able to figure that out among the public schools that you were able to get the records for. But I know Florida State's is bigger than anybody else's, but is everybody in debt these days?
Well, it's a hard apples to apples comparison. No, I mean not everyone has reflected has a athletics related debt reflected on its current balance sheet. Again, a lot of it, because so much of it is driven by facility costs. A lot of it has to do with when did you recently construct or renovate your football stadium. But again, the money's going to be on the balance sheet for some time. I mean, Cal, as a good comparison, Cal has had over $400 million of athletics related debt on its balance sheet for at least the last decade, dating back to a football renovation that took place, a football stadium renovation that took place in 2012. So that said, again, there is an accounting element to this. The fact that the athletics department and not the university is who issued these new revenue bonds to pay for the facility construction and renovation means that the debt sits on the athletics department's balance sheet as opposed to the university's balance sheet. I mean, again, some of this gets a little bit technical, but yes, I mean, this is an athletics department expense. It's a major athletics department expense, and it's an expense that's being paid for through debt financing as opposed to other ways. It's not being paid for by a billionaire having donated a large amount of money to pay for the facilities like we've seen with other schools. It's not being paid for through other revenue mechanisms. It's being paid through debt. And so, yeah, it does stand out in this current era.
Talking to Daniel Libet, he's the writer who wrote the story at Sportico.com about Florida State's massive amount of athletics-related debt. All right, I'm going to ask you a philosophical question. You can answer it if you'd like. We see the massive debt you're talking about. We see these massive buyouts that college football programs are paying to fire their coaches, and this is probably one of the reasons FSU's Mike Norvell still has a job, because the Seminoles would probably have to take out another loan just to pay his $60 million buyout. Daniel, do you think there will ever be a tipping point where universities stop allowing their athletic programs to spend money like drunken sailors?
Quite possibly. I mean, I have to remind myself this as well, as somebody whose view into higher education is through college athletics. But, college sports is dealing with its own kind of financial reckoning at this moment, at the same time that public higher education is as well. And, one does affect the other. I mean, we will see going forward, if we're talking about enrollment cliffs for college students and, the medical infrastructure of universities and other very expensive considerations. If universities can't backstop athletics, then a lot is on the table. On the other hand, it seems like history tells us that, especially at places like Florida State, with proud athletic traditions that are in the Power Four these days, no one seems desiring to stop the spending as much as they lament how much things are costing. And when you talk about, okay, so they have a huge amount of facility-driven debt, would that necessarily constrain decisions on coaching buyouts? Maybe, but likely not. I mean, that's probably different money. And again, the university, the history of college sports is one of kicking the can down the road, passing the buck to the next, board of trustees, the next university president, letting them figure out how to pay for something. And in the interim, in the spirit of competition, continuing to try to spend as much as you can on these things that people feel are essential to spend in order to remain competitive. And so, no, I maybe it's not a good look to be buying out a coach this year per se, but you can look at all different other schools around the country. Buyouts are still happening at places that on paper shouldn't be able to afford them,
right?
And yet they find ways to do it.
Daniel Libet, a terrific story on the finances in college athletics, particularly at Florida State. Check it out, sportico.com, a great sports business website. Daniel, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
More Game On next.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. The best teams, the dynasties, they aren't just built for 1 year. They're built for the long haul. They perform year after year after year, and your windows should be the same. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are tested in extreme weather and engineered to handle Florida heat, humidity, and hurricane force winds, while also improving energy efficiency and comfort inside your home. These things are amazing. These windows are custom built to block UV rays, cut out outside noise, help your AC stop working overtime, and keeping your home more comfortable year after year. Acclaim Impact windows are made of Fibrex material. This is a material that is twice as strong as vinyl. They don't crack. They don't warp, so you're not replacing your windows every few years like so many of these builder grade installs and these builder grade windows. And right now, during Free Window February, the savings are real. Buy 4 replacement windows or door, get the 5th free. Also, 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for 12 months, and it's never been easier to make a long-term upgrade. This offer ends February 28th, so whether you're in Central Florida, the Gulf Coast, or in Jacksonville, visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613, renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets quality.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. That's dollar. DOLLAR. Enter it now at 969thegame.com and answer your phone if they call. Good luck.
Mental health is important to us all, and it's important to the Orlando Valkyries as well. This Sunday, we can all get together at an event that shines a spotlight on this important cause. Sunday, February 8th at 3 p.m. versus the Omaha Supernovas. It's Mental Health Awareness Night presented by Advent Health. Free Valkyries stress ball to the first 1,000 fans. One of the league's most dynamic and fast-rising teams, the Orlando Valkyries, captured national attention, and they're right here in our backyard. Be part of the action, and we'll see you at the next match.
Emergency crews working on clearing an accident. The beach line eastbound at Dallas Boulevard. Right shoulder there is blocked. Lots of company on Florida's Turnpike northbound between Clay Wally Road and Osceola Parkway. Sluggish as well. I-4 westbound between Kirkman Road and Darrell Carter Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Ciders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Ciders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Ciders. There's nothing like it.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
Your child was born to be a famous chef. All those deconstructed dinners in their early years. And walls decorated with abstract banana smears. You taught them the recipe for success, prepared them for chef school, and dined out at their restaurants all around the world. All while decorating their future baby room. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover inspiring parenting titles on Audible.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
The biggest night in football is almost here. On Kalshi, you can now legally trade game day props, like will a quarterback win MVP? Yes is trading at 70%, meaning a $100 trade pays $140 if it hits. Kalshi isn't betting. It's a live market where you trade against other people, buying in or out as prices move. And for a limited time, use code iHeart and get $20 when you trade $100. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Night of Champions 14 live boxing returns to Caribe Royale, Orlando on Friday, February 20th. Records and titles are on the line. Undefeated Alex Bray takes on Rodrigo Damian Correa for the WBA Continental Latin American title. Undefeated Daniel Perro defends his title against David Hainsworth. And undefeated Gabriela Tellez takes on Calista Silgado for the WBA Female Continental Americas title. Plus a deep undercard featuring undefeated prospects and pro debuts. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bat calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
If you want your windows there and we pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. Park City, Utah is home to Alex Hall, an artist on skis. The defending Olympic slopestyle champion is known for his unique style and creativity that judges love. Whether he's grinding rails or launching massive jumps with his signature Buick grab, Hall makes the impossible look easy. He drops into the course in Milano Cortina ready to defend his title and show the world the future of free skiing. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Spice up the big game with a hot box from Dave's Hot Chicken.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeartRadio app. Feeling a little fatigued? Come enter Lounge Intrigued with Bianchi and Kravitz.
We have been delivered the goods today. Shout out to the Lake Nona Live Tribute Festival. If you're looking for live music, tomorrow, Lake Nona Live at the Lawn at Boxy Park brings 6 hand-picked touring tribute bands together for music all day into the night. Phenomenal food. They've got lobster rolls over there. They have fed us good today.
What are the tribute bands? Who are they paying tribute to?
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Almost Queen, and Lover.
Lover Boy?
I guess. I don't have the original band names. I just have the alternative band names. That's why I said Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, Mac.
Get it? Red Hot Chili Peppers.
They should have said Fleetwood Mac and Cheese.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your tickets at LakeNonaLive.com. It's time for an oldie but a goodie. What you got, Mikey?
It is time for the Super Bowl version of the world-famous game show, Intrigued or Fatigued. All right, so I'm going to read some Super Bowl, not the game, Super Bowl-related storylines, and you tell me if you are intrigued or fatigued by these storylines. Let's start with the pre-Super Bowl debate about whether the Super Bowl halftime performer Bad Bunny will rip ICE agents and President Trump's immigration policy. Intrigued or fatigued?
I'm intrigued. I'm not sure I'm intrigued by the halftime show itself. I'll try and get into it. I think I'm kind of like this about most things that are cliche and part of American culture. Like I get into the freaking Thanksgiving Day parade, for God's sake. So I like every bit of the Super Bowl. I like obviously the game that speaks for itself. The halftime show, the commercials, I try and digest all of it. It's such an incredible production from top to bottom. I'm not enthused because I honestly couldn't tell you a single Bad Bunny song. I know he's incredibly popular. I just don't listen to his music. And most of these halftime shows, I'm at least familiar with a couple songs from the performers. I know nothing. And I don't speak Spanish, so I mean, I'll get into the vibes of it. but that is what I'm intrigued with. It's not the performance itself. I'm going to try to get into it. What I'm intrigued with is the controversy that will come with it. There's the natural, people are just going to hate it and then love it, and then there's that debate that's every year. I am going to be glued to Twitter during the halftime show because of any potential controversy and then the polarizing conversation that comes with it.
Yeah, we know what he said at the Grammy Awards, so there are those who think he might do the same during the Super Bowl.
I do not think he's going to say anything. I think there will be a subtle reference so that he does not disrespect those that want him to say something, because I think he's got to kind of satisfy the fans, but I don't think he's going to lean too heavy. I don't think he's going to say anything. I think there will just be sort of a nod to anti-ICE rhetoric.
There's talk that Stefon Diggs' girlfriend and the mother of his child, hip-hop star Cardi B, may be a part of Bad Bunny's halftime show. If that happens, intrigued or fatigued?
Fatigued. I don't know. Stefon Diggs has other things to worry about, so he's not going to be involved.
Well, I don't think he's going to be in the halftime show, no. But Cardi B's pretty popular.
And isn't Cardi B pregnant right now? I think we've had our fill of pregnant halftime reports.
Pretty sure she's had that baby.
Has she had the baby?
I think so.
I think
okay. All right. Well, there you go. That's my pop culture news for you.
Are you intrigued or fatigued by my idea of having Lee Greenwood sing God Bless the USA at every Super Bowl?
Fatigued.
What? I'm proud to be an American. What? It's a great song.
They've got
emotional.
There's enough singing already, okay? There's enough singing. Okay. I don't mind their plethora of anthems. This is not some anti-socialist whatever take, but the less songs, the better.
Are you intrigued or fatigued about Charlie Puth?
Puth.
Charlie Puth. I don't know who Charlie Puth or Puth is, but he's singing the national anthem.
Is he a magician? Charlie Puth. What? And then he vanishes.
I didn't say poof. I said Puth or Puff.
You didn't say Puth. No, Puth is his name. I don't know what the hell you said.
I said Puff.
It's Puff the Magic Dragon. I'm intrigued.
Who is he? What style of music?
He's a pop singer. He's got a couple of hits that I like.
Okay.
Attention, We Don't Talk Anymore. Those are good songs.
Okay.
We'll see how he does. I think it's going to be good.
Okay. Going to a Super Bowl party to watch the game. Intrigued or fatigued?
Okay. I'm going to save my analysis for the 2-minute drill, but heavily fatigued. I haven't gone to a Super Bowl party since I was 9, so no.
Wagering on Super Bowl prop bets. Intrigued or fatigued? Yeah, you don't even have to answer.
I mean, honestly, I have so many in. I'm a little fatigued. But I'm intrigued to see how they play out. I'll tell you that.
Honestly,
yes.
This is a bonus. Honestly. You are more into your bets than you are the actual game itself.
They're one and the same. They're one and the same. What do you mean? I don't even know how to answer that.
All right, final one. We have somebody in the building, Jack Bradshaw, who every year he does the Super Bowl squares that he sells. You know, those pool you buy a box for. You know, he charges you $20. Buying squares in a Super Bowl pool. Intrigued or fatigued?
All caps, bold, with many, many exclamation points. Fatigued. I'm sorry, but if you buy Super Bowl squares,
he got me to buy some.
You're a loser. Okay, I'm sorry.
I just did it for
sports betting is legal now. You don't have to buy squares. What are you betting on? Oh, at the end of the first quarter, there's going to be a 3. just bet on the game. There's a million props.
that are available on your phone. Why are you buying Super Bowl squares?
I did it for workplace goodwill. That's why I did it. Okay?
Oh! The second quarter had an 8 in it. Super Bowl squares are for your grandma. Okay? Super Bowl squares are for your grandma and Lisa in sales. Not for real men. Just bet the game and move on.
All right, that's better. Forget it.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't ask me about the Puppy Bowl.
I'm saving.
Oh, you're saving? Oh, you save. Okay, that's good. No, that's a good old fashioned radio tease right there.
Actually, here it is. I forgot to read it. Would you be intrigued or fatigued? It has nothing to do with the Puppy Bowl. By the Bud Bowl and the Budweiser Frogs making a return to Super Bowl commercials.
Oh, intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be very into that.
Yeah?
If we saw Budweiser, I will freak out. Up next, a Super Bowl edition of Mic'd Up. Some silly questions asked this week. We'll figure out what they are next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
This is your Tools Ace Hardware assist of the night. Jalen Suggs, the thief, and then the dish to P5.
Long rebound. Clowney has it. Jalen steps in, steals it from him. Throws the lob at Bancaro. Throws it down. And you better act quick when Jalen's floating around.
If you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Egg to Traeger, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor. 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night, and your best stop before the game. Visit toolsacehardware.com and go Magic.
Hey, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. El Campeon, the Champion, it was founded in 1917 and is one of the most storied courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Bianchi sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. I love to rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And when the day winds down, relax at the spa or one of their fabulous on-site restaurants, including the newly opened Conquistador, born from Mission Resort's Spanish-accented past, complete with handcrafted tile, cowhides, and vibrant greenery, framing a menu of shareable plates, wood-kissed main courses, citrus-bright seafood, and garden-to-glass cocktails. Book reservations for the restaurants, hotel, or golf tee times at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort and Club, your next great escape is closer than you think.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns to Bay Hill March 2nd through 8th. Experience the new-look Michelob Ultra Fan Deck, plus fan-favorite events like Throwback Thursday, presented by Corksicle, Wine and Dine on 9, presented by Briggs & Riley, the reimagined Birdies and Barbecue, and more. Don't miss the PGA Tour's best at Orlando's signature event, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Get tickets today at arnoldpalmerinvitational.com.
Tonight, kick off the Winter Olympics in style with the opening ceremony from Italy. Tonight at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on NBC and Peacock.
Whether it's a mopped floor, a spilled drink, or even a few drops of rain, a slippery situation at a store or business can cause a dangerous slip and fall. If you've suffered injuries in a slip and fall, call Farah and Farah. Our team of investigators will examine the facts to determine if the business was negligent. When it comes to slip and fall cases, the burden of proof is on the injury victim, so contact us right away. When you fall hard, we fight harder. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
The biggest night in football is almost here. On Kalshi, you can now legally trade game day props like will a quarterback win MVP? Yes is trading at 70%, meaning a $100 trade pays $140 if it hits. Kalshi isn't betting. It's a live market where you trade against other people, buying in or out as prices move. And for a limited time, use code iHeart and get $20 when you trade $100. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Guys, this Valentine's Day, surprise you with the most personal, most romantic, most meaningful gift ever. Jewelry from International Diamond Center. When you do, the folks at IDC make sure that you've got all the bases covered. Roses, chocolates, a gift card for a romantic dinner. It's the ultimate Valentine's bundle. At IDC, they put together a special selection of ready-to-wear gifts, from classics like diamond pendants and diamond earrings to stunning new creations from top bridal designers. Italian gold jewelry, rare gemstone jewelry. These are gifts that she will love forever. Let the experts at IDC make it easy. Spend as little as $199 and they'll give you the roses, chocolates, and a gift card for dinner. Or you can finance your Valentine's gift with 0 interest for 36 months. This Valentine's Day, let the experts at IDC show you how to say I love you louder than ever with a gift that shows how much you care. International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall Millennia. Shop online at shopadc.com. On approved credit, it's International Diamond Center.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
At Boot Barn, we know you need a reliable work boot. A boot that has withstood the test of time. When you feed, build, and fuel the nation, you can't take chances because you wake before the sun rises and end the day after it sets. Dating back to 1892, Thorogood takes pride in building high-quality work boots designed for hard-working people because reliability comes first. Thorogood at Boot Barn.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. My guy is money, and he joins me now to chat about the latest in real estate. What's the one piece of advice that you would give to first-time home buyers?
Interview agents and ask important questions. Ask what's important to that agent. Make sure that that agent is listening to you and understands what it is that you need when you're buying a house. There's hundreds of thousands of agents across this country, and a lot of people can buy and sell real estate, but to protect what you're doing, you need to make sure that that agent is really connecting with you, really listening to you, and has your best interest at heart. It's not just a paycheck for me. It's not just a paycheck for a lot of agents, but I want a long-lasting relationship. I'm going to give loyalty to you. And then I also would say, as a home buyer, giving loyalty back to that agent, because at some point you're going to want to sell that house.
Trust and loyalty. You can count on Kevin for that. He'll move you right along through the real estate buying and selling process. 407-702-4635.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810, Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810. Or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeart Radio app.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
The Milan Cortina Winter Olympics are now officially underway, with the opening ceremony taking place today. To the NBA, where the Magic's 4-game homestand, that's off to a strong start after a 20-point romp over Brooklyn. Orlando will entertain Utah. That one's tomorrow night. And college basketball resumes tomorrow as well, with number 16 Florida visiting 25th-ranked Texas A&M. Florida State's on the road, and they'll take on Notre Dame. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up brought to you by Major League Fishing. Come check it out. Tomorrow, the weigh-ins, 3 to 5 p.m. The Bulldog will be out there. There'll be food, industry vendors, and a whole lot of fish. It's a great place. It's called Ski Beach at Venetian Gardens, 201 East Lake Harris Drive in Leesburg. Ski Beach is right there on Lake Harris. Great views, great food, great drinks, and lots of big mouth bass. I may bring my rod and reel out there tomorrow, maybe fish right off the dock at Ski Beach. Come join me tomorrow, 3 to 5 p.m. at the weigh-in for Major League Fishing. All right.
Can I ask a really stupid question?
Absolutely.
The weigh-in.
Yeah.
Are we weighing the fishermen or the fish?
No, they bring the fishermen come in on their boats, and they bring their catch in, and they bring it out there, and they show it to the crowd. The crowd cheers the big old lunker bass they're going to be catching.
That's what I assumed it was, but I wasn't 100% sure if the fishermen actually get weighed like it's a UFC fight.
Yeah,
like you can't get on this boat.
So you don't want to weigh some of those fishermen now. All right. At the NFL's awards ceremony last night, here is social media influencer and comedian Drewski announcing the winner of the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year.
Well, the winner decided not to pull up tonight, so I guess on his behalf, Jackson Smith Njigba.
No, it could have been worse.
Yeah, well, it was worse. It got worse after that. He almost made it sound like the N-word. Yeah. So, yeah. Did you watch it, Jaden Grimes?
No, but I did see the clip.
Was he trying to be funny or
Yeah, he's like a big, social media
No, but
dude.
I'm saying, like, was he using...
Yeah, it was a play on words. So, yeah, he was trying to be funny.
So you think he actually knew the pronunciation?
Yeah, he's not dumb. He does shows like this all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like he knew how to pronounce the name. Just the error that I'd seen that.
Oh, you didn't see the worst ones.
I didn't. I saw that it went viral. I didn't really care, and then
Yeah.
I figured I don't know.
Yeah.
I figured I'd hear it somewhere else, and it turns out it's the show that we're on together.
Okay, so you think he knew the actual...
Absolutely.
All right, well, here's ESPN personality Monica McNutt announcing last night the winner of Coach of the Year.
The 2025 AP Coach of the Year is Mike Verba.
No.
Well, hold on.
Mike Verba is busy preparing for the Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah, Mike Variable and Mike Verbal. Yes. Rats with gerbil. And variable. Now, she didn't know what she was doing.
No.
Question. How can you be, like, presenting an award on national TV and all of this stuff and not be prepared?
Especially when being prepared is just knowing how to pronounce the 4 names that could possibly be inside of the envelope.
Right.
We're not talking about preparing. This isn't a TED Talk we're getting ready for,
Right.
where you're on stage for 30 minutes. You know that you have to read a name. This is a prestigious honor. Let me make sure I nail this name. And then on top of it, she shouldn't have to do prep on Mike Vrabel. He's on ESPN.
Right.
Ideally, you would do prep. But if I was in this scenario and they said, here's the envelope, read Coach of the Year, I'm pretty confident I'd get the name right.
Rob Gronkowski, how do you feel about these yahoos mispronouncing names?
Wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbegboo.
But Gronk can get away with it because Gronk's a professional idiot.
Speaking of Mike Verbal or Variable or Vrabel, whatever you want to call him,
Mike Verbo, taking your vacation rentals now.
Mike Verbo was asked this question early in Super Bowl week.
Is this a must-win game?
A must-win? Yeah, I think every time we go out, it is a must-win game. I mean, it's kind of the attitude that I've always taken in the National Football League.
Okay, good for Mike Verbo for not just making fun of that reporter, right? Is it a must-win? It's the last game. It's the Super Bowl. Of course, why would you even ask that question? Huh?
Why do they even have these media sessions? This has been going on forever. It's such a waste of time. This is what you get out of it? Let's lose. You need to win this one?
Is this a must-win? Well, how about this one? Patriots receiver Stephon Diggs on his favorite song by his girlfriend, hip hop star Cardi B? Listen to this question.
All the hard work that you put to get into the Super Bowl. What is your favorite Cardi B song?
Lo siento. Let me think. I can't say it. It's an old song, but it's PAW backwards.
That's my favorite too.
Easy now.
Easy now.
That's my favorite too. PAW backwards. What does that spell? WAP?
WAP.
WAP. I don't even know what. I have no idea what that means.
It is an acronym.
Mm.
We'll leave it at that. Because I would like to have a show on Monday. Thank you very much.
Drake May was asked about a certain food that he may or may not like.
I'm a golfer, so I love a glizzy at the turn.
That's the most frat bro thing you could possibly say. I like a glizzy at the turn.
First of all, what is a glizzy? All right.
Multiple things, but a hot dog.
It's a hot dog. It's become a common. I don't know.
But when did the glizzy? But is this a new slang?
It's been within the last couple of years.
That glizzy is a hot dog?
Yeah, it's a little bit younger than me, so I can't get away with saying glizzy, but a lot of the youngsters say glizzy.
Jaden, do you call a hot dog glizzy?
I think that's stupid. No. I use it as like a joke, but I'll never seriously say it.
Jaden's an old soul, though. But a lot of people Jaden's age are saying glizzy. My former co-host, Tyler Karen, used to say glizzy.
Glizzy?
Yeah.
I like Thin Lizzy. The boys are back in town. The boy. I don't know about a glizzy.
I don't know where. Do you have any idea where it came from, Jaden?
I don't. Off the top of my head, no.
Maybe it was in a Cardi B song.
Could have been.
Mike Verbo, by the way, he was asked about Cardi B.
But I mean, I don't see her bunch. I saw her after the Denver game. Couldn't miss her. She had lime green hair. It was the only thing that was standing out in the snow. But the stuff she says sometimes, I take them to Tulum tonight on Delta. I'm like, this girl is hilarious.
What was he talking about there? I have no idea. I know nothing about glizzies. I don't know any Cardi B songs. I don't know what's the guy singing the national anthem.
Charlie Puth.
Charlie Puth, never heard of him. Can't they just go back to like Carol Channing singing at the Super Bowl? She was the first Super Bowl singer. Let's bring back Carol Channing.
You mean in the 60s?
No, I think she was the first actual singer at a Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
First Super Bowl, they just said, just go out there and play football, guys, okay? Let's not make too much of this.
And it wasn't called the Super Bowl back then.
That's right.
So, anyway. All right, that is mic'd up.
Fantastic.
Carol Channing.
No one in this room knows
Carol
who you're talking
Channing.
about.
She was a great Broadway singer.
Cardi B is very funny. Very, she's very funny. You should give her a follow on your TikTok.
What? What are you talking about? I don't even know how to get on TikTok. Can you get on it on your laptop? Because I've tried. I've tried to get on the TikTok machine on my laptop, and it won't let me. It says I have to be on my phone. I don't want to be on my phone. I want to be on my laptop.
Go to TikTok.com. We'll be right back.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Oh, man, this is cruel and unusual punishment. All right, let's talk about AC systems. I know you're pumping that heat in like me. Thought it would warm up. It hasn't, but not to be overlooked is that AC system in the household power rankings. That's why Mills Air is the one to call. You need the best for the most important system running in your home, perhaps outside of your roof. Modern AC units improve indoor air quality. They filter dust, allergens, pet dander, that reduce humidity, all of these things that can help improve the quality of your life. I've been using Mills Air for over 6 years now. They've always been dependable, prompt, price efficient as well. Since 1992, they have grown to be one of Central Florida's largest and most respected companies around. Call them today, 407-277-1159, and online at millsair.com.
This message is for all you couples out there, because when one of you isn't feeling great, energy, performance, or confidence, it affects both of you. At Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, they've got treatments that help both men and women reconnect. For the guys, there's shockwave therapy and the P-Shot, natural, non-surgical ways to boost performance and blood flow in the bedroom. For women, they offer shockwave therapy and Impsella, therapies that improve comfort, sensitivity, and pelvic strength post-menopause. It's all medical, all natural, and it really works. Dr. John Carrizzella and his team know this isn't just about physical performance. It's about restoring confidence and connection. If you and your partner want to feel like your best selves again, together, start here. Go to hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. That's hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog.
Busy Friday, traffic-wise. Slowdowns on 408 westbound between Hiawassee Road and Florida's Turnpike. Tapping the brakes, I-4 westbound between Kirkman Road and Darrell Carter Parkway. Also lots of company. I-4 eastbound between County Road 46 and St. John's River Bridge. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
iHeart Radio.
Olympics update.
The Winter Olympics opening ceremony is today in Milan. Team USA's Lindsey Vonn is competing in alpine skiing and the women's downhill despite a serious knee injury.
Coming back in, I feel free and I don't have any pressure. I have already accomplished everything I ever set out to do, so this is just the cherry on top.
Team USA Ski Moguls team hits the slopes next week. America hasn't won gold in the event since 2010 in Vancouver.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
Hey, it's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. Let's start February strong in a brand new Chevy from Don Mealy Chevrolet, your truck headquarters for 50 years. Right now, get 3.9% APR for 60 months on a 2026 Chevy Silverado or up to $5,000 in bonus cash. Looking for something the whole family will love? How about a 2026 Chevy Equinox with 3.9% APR for 60 months and no payments for 90 days? Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet today or shop anytime at DonMealyChevy.com. Chevy, together let's drive.
There's no way to prepare for the impact an accident makes on your life. That's why we've spent 40 years getting ready for that moment when you need compassion and immediate action. The right doctors, investigators, our team of experienced attorneys, and your free consultation is already in place. So if you've been hurt, remember, the FARA safety net is right here to catch you. All you have to do is call FARA and FARA. It's what we built. Orlando.
Inflation, tax changes, and stock market swings are on everyone's mind these days. Are you trying to make sense of it all? The certified financial fiduciaries at Nelson Financial Planning can help. Conversations with us are always free. Do you know how your investments are really performing and how much you are paying your current advisor? Are you planning to retire but not sure of where your income is going to come from? Did you change employers or receive an inheritance and not sure what next? Visit nelsonfinancialplanning.com or call 407-629-6477 to schedule your free conversation. For over 40 years, we've been helping deliver better results at a lower cost using a team approach and a proven process. To set up that free conversation, visit nelsonfinancialplanning.com or call 407-629-6477. Listen to Dollars and Cents with Joel Garris every Sunday at 9 a.m. or anytime on your favorite podcast channel. Nelson Financial Planning offers securities through Nelson Ivas Brokerage Services, member SIPC and FINRA, and advisory services through Nelson Advisory Services.
If you want your windows there and we pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Big game coverage, the Winter Olympics from Milan, NBC's official audio partner, Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, and sports betting. Search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Thanks to you, more than 50,000 teachers have been recognized for the amazing work they do in classrooms across America each and every day.
Speaking for all teachers, we don't do this for the recognition, but it's nice to get it sometimes.
iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose.
It's always nice to know that we have a positive impact.
We're helping get teachers the resources they need to inspire the next generation.
It's the family, it's the student, it's the teacher and the school, and even the community, so it's a team effort.
Just go to iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Spice up the big game with a hot box from Dave's Hot Chicken.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
For ripping Ole Miss coach Pete Golding and calling him out and having evidence that Pete Golding was tampering with a Clemson player who'd signed with Clemson, signed an NIL deal with Clemson, and Dabo Swinney essentially made it public that Pete Golding was cheating at Ole Miss. So good for Dabo Swinney, and shame on these coaches for recruiting guys who've already signed NIL deals elsewhere. Yes, that goes for you too, Mario Cristobal at Miami, for recruiting Darian Mensah, who'd already signed an NIL deal with Duke. It used to be, Kravitz, back in the good old days when the NCAA had teeth, used to be that these coaches would get fired.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. It's a free-for-all Friday. Let your voice be heard and see what you can get Bianchi and Kravitz all fired up about. Text us at 50857 or hit us up on the iHeartRadio Talkback. Now back to Game On.
I thought he was great tonight. I really do. His energy, his poise, his focus on the defensive end, getting guys involved, making the easy play. There was a point in the game that I just saw him after he made the pass to the corner. It was beautiful basketball because he just came down with such a level of poise just to find the easy, simple pass for guys. And I think that's what he's capable of doing. You know, obviously we know what he can do defensively, but his ability to get guys involved is really special.
Jalen Suggs outstanding, his first career triple-double last night at Kia Center. They're back at it tomorrow against the Utah Jazz. Pre-game at 6:30, tip-off at 7 p.m. I got you covered as we ramp up towards that one. All brought to you by IBEW, Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. Quick Super Bowl fun fact for you. So I've told you about a quarterback with the same letter at the end of their first name and their last name has never won the Super Bowl. That would be Drake May with an E at the end of his first name, the E at the end of his last name. Did I also tell you that a Super Bowl winning quarterback has never had the initials DM? Have I already brought that up this week? Yeah. Donovan McNabb had an opportunity. No. Dan Marino had an opportunity. Drake May now has an opportunity. So he would break that streak, that's widely publicized. It would also be, if Drake May won the Super Bowl, would be the shortest name to ever win the Super Bowl as a starting quarterback.
You are full of meaningless trivia today.
Let's go to the talkback and hear from who do we have first?
Afternoon and happy Thursday. Going to try to do a little redemption here from yesterday with my windblown phone call. Yeah, in regards to the Magic, great interview. I thought y'all did awesome. I liked your questions. Injury bug is the main thing, and I think everybody knows where we're at with the Magic this year. And when it comes to the Super Bowl, totally down with the Seahawks winning it. Really want to see Darnold just show all of his detractors who he is. Have a good one.
Jeffrey, that was worlds better than yesterday.
Absolutely.
That was fantastic. And you complimented us. And you gave a take. That's a tier 1 talkback right there. Love that. I was very proud of the interview that we did yesterday. I think a lot of the quote-unquote Orlando media gets flack for, being soft and not asking the hard questions. We asked the hard questions. We asked the questions that you all wanted. You didn't get the answers you all wanted, but we asked the question. Coming up next, bet it or forget it as we preview Super Bowl 60 between the Pats and the Seahawks. Back in 60 seconds.
Bianchi and Kravitz is back. Time to see if they're ready to put their money where their mouth is. Let's get into another round of Bet It or Forget It.
Top of the 5 o'clock hour, the world-famous daily segment, Bet It or Forget It, brought to you by Better Edge, the app that allows bettors to compete against each other socially the way that it's meant to be. Use the promo code BeatBrandon at sign up for $20 upon your first arrival. That's betteredge.com or on the Better Edge app. You can also go and check out our Game Heads Instagram account. It is the Game Heads Official is the handle that you want to look for there. Daily video content. We've got some content from yesterday's interview with Jeff Weltman. And Mike, you'll love this. I put out a Super Bowl betting tutorial, the top 3 things to avoid on Super Bowl Sunday when it comes to betting.
Ooh.
So you can go and check that out at Game Heads Official. Hit the music. Let's get into it. Bet it or forget it. Super Bowl Sunday coming up. Mike, bet it or forget it. Bianchi will be warming up for the big game by taking in the 22nd annual Puppy Bowl.
Oh, forget it. That's nonsense. That's just nonsense.
Cute little puppies trying to get the ball into the end zone. Come on, you Grinch.
Although I'm being forced to go to a Super Bowl party.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Right.
Then someone's going to go, who do you think's going to win the game?
Yeah, there's going to be all this chit-chat going on during the game.
You know what's the worst?
What?
Is if you go to a party and it's chat during the game and then silence during the commercials. And then at other parties, it's the other way around. It's like, no, I'm trying to listen to the commercials too. That's why I can't go to Super Bowl parties, because then
I like to listen to the commercial. I like to listen to everything.
Right, exactly. If you go to a Super Bowl party that has people that are not invested in football, but like the pop culture event of it all, they talk during the game and then shut up during the commercials. If you go to a Super Bowl party with fellow sports fans, they're quiet during the game and then yap during the commercials.
Right.
I don't want either of those, so I'm out.
And plus, when the national anthem is played during the Super Bowl, I like to stand up.
Well, you can still do that. Nobody's going to stop you from
I know,
standing
but
up.
if I'm the only one there doing it, I'm sort of a spectacle.
Then it becomes a conversation that gets in the way of your Super Bowl watching and your commercials. Are you going to try and dip out at halftime?
Yes.
All right, so I guess Bianchi's not watching a Bad Bunny then. Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl after being discarded by the Jets after 3 seasons. He then got discarded by the Panthers after 2. Bet it or forget it, Sam Darnold is a cautionary tale for teams like the Dolphins who want to give up on Tua after year 6.
Oh, bet it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sam, I mean, there are a lot of cautionary tales out there. Baker Mayfield is a cautionary tale. Go all the way back to Steve Young with the Bucks. He's a cautionary tale. There are so many quarterbacks out there who were given up on by their original franchises, or even Brett Favre, I think, is a cautionary tale. Wasn't he drafted by somebody else?
The Falcons.
The Falcons, yeah. I mean, there are cautionary tales out there, and yes, Tua is one of those. I don't think the Dolphins should give up on Tua just yet. I think they ought to let the new coach have his way, like Liam Cohen had his way with Trevor Lawrence, and see what happens.
It's frustrating, but they're going to be paying him anyway.
Right.
Whether they keep him or release him, you might as well get some service out of the guy and then see if you can make something out of him. One MVP voter submitted a first-place vote for Justin Herbert. It was Sam Monson of ProFootballFocus.com. The guy knows what he's talking about. I've talked football with him. I think he's one of the best analysts that's out there. Bet it or forget it, though, this was not about a real vote. This was about placing a vote for media attention.
Yeah, bet it. He explained himself, I guess, on social media, where he said, hey, Justin Herbert, has one of the worst offensive lines in football. Without him, the Chargers wouldn't have even made the playoffs, which I guess is a reasonable argument, but come on, Justin Herbert, you've got. I mean, what about without Josh Allen? Would the Bills have made the playoffs? I mean, you could say that about a lot of quarterbacks. Okay, so yeah, that was. I think that was done just to be the contrarian, just to be different, to try to get a little bit of attention for Pro Football Focus.
Well, it worked. Jeff Weltman was on our show yesterday. We pressed him on why no deals were done at the deadline. Here's what Jeff Weltman had to say. I assure you he did say something.
He said something.
I know that for a fact. I remember it clear as day yesterday. We asked.
Paraphrase it for me.
Jeff Weltman said, we made calls. We have it. Let's hear it from Jeff. Not been as good as advertised. And then nothing is done at the deadline. The team's coming off of a blowout loss in OKC. What do you say to those fans that were eagerly awaiting something to help improve the team during that final stretch towards the postseason, when the team has simply not been as good as the expectations would have suggested?
Yeah, no, that's the question. And listen, I understand the fans' frustrations. I'm frustrated with them. We have not been playing well, and it's been a while. And I understand, with that come expectations of they're going to change the team, they're going to do something significant. I can say we had some, like I said, some substantive talks. And, they didn't get across the finish line, but the answer to frustration isn't just to do a deal just for the sake of doing a deal and shaking it up, right? The answer to frustration is trying to improve the team. So we looked at a couple angles where we could do that, we thought, and those trades just didn't materialize. So we didn't.
Bet it or forget it. That statement alone is enough to satiate a frustrated fan base.
Oh, no, forget it. No, absolutely.
Forget about it.
When you're losing, and luckily they beat the Nets last night, because if they'd have lost to the Nets at home, that would have been really ugly today. I thought the best thing he said was, hey, if for us to make a significant deal, we were going to have to trade one of our core players. And, he said when our core players are healthy and playing together, they're pretty good. And I agree with him. You're not going to trade your core players. You're not going to trade Desmond Bain, who you just got, or Paolo, or Franz, or Jalen Suggs. Why are you going to trade them halfway through a season?
Let me give you the fan spin.
Okay.
This is the reaction. That response is a little bit out of touch, because that's not what Magic fans were asking for. Jeff Weltman doesn't have to do what Magic fans want. He's the general manager of the team. He's the president of basketball ops. He can make the decision he feels is right. Nobody was clamoring, or few fans were clamoring for a big deal like Giannis or Harden or someone like that. It was make an improvement to show that what we have seen is unacceptable, and we need someone else that can come in and help as far as a supporting cast member. Nobody's asking, in general, for the core to be broken up. It's where There are shooters in the NBA that were available that got dealt to other teams. Why were the Magic not involved in those conversations?
I didn't see what the return was on those shooters.
So, like, a great example is Ayo Dosunmu from the Bulls. Really good three-point shooter. He's a good player. He's not a sieve on defense. It would be a great addition for the Magic. The Bulls got Rob Dillingham, who's a draft pick that never panned out, and a couple of young players, like guys that no one's ever heard of. That's it. The Magic had that. They have those guys. That's the source of frustration from the fans. Right. Moving on. Virginia delegate Maria Price during the state's iGaming legislation bill. During a hearing the other day, argued that gambling is too easy. Quote, you don't even have to put on pants. Bet it or forget it. You should, at the very least, have to put on pants before you place a bet.
Oh, forget it.
Forget about it.
No, heck, sometimes when I'm doing the radio show from home, I don't have pants on.
Oh, great.
Huh? Why should you, if you can do a radio show without pants, why should you have to put on pants to gamble? Huh?
I think you should. I'm just saying, as a sports bettor myself, I would be okay if the law stated you got to put pants on. You got to at least show that you're willing to put pants on. You don't have to leave the house. You're just at the house, throw on pants, and then start making your bets.
I've done the radio show getting right out of the shower, okay? And
I think the point is that
having nothing but a towel on.
There is a nationwide addiction among younger men in regards to sports betting. I don't think that exists for hosting sports talk radio shows. So perhaps the same law doesn't need to exist. That is Bet It or Forget It. Up next, our favorite uncle stopping by, and 6 Super Bowl locks for Super Bowl 60 next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Friend. That's friend. Friend. Enter it now at 969thegame.com. And answer your phone if they call. Good luck.
You know, when I like to get away for the weekend, so yeah, sometimes I just like to get in the car, drive about 30, 45 minutes, and go to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. It is a resort that is, I mean, it's traditional. Jackie Gleason used to go to Mission Resort and Club. Walt Disney used to go to Mission Resort and Club. It's old school. It's old Florida. It's beautiful. It's renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. But there's so much more than golf, all right? But if you do want to play golf, when you get there to the pro shop, mention my name. They'll give you a free bucket of range balls. I love to rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida, the Harris Chain. These lakes are like oceans. They're so big and beautiful. And when the day winds down, you can relax at the spa or one of their 4 fabulous on-site restaurants, including the newly opened Conquistador, which is sort of a nod to Mission Resort's Spanish accented past, complete with handcrafted tile, cowhides, and a vibrant greenery, framing a menu of shareable plates, wood-kissed main courses, and citrus bright seafood, and the garden to glass cocktails. Oh yeah, that's right. And they have a very special menu planned on Valentine's Day weekend, available on February 13th and 14th. You can book your reservations at opentable.com or book reservations for the restaurants, hotel, and golf tee times at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort and Club, your next great escape is closer than you think.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need more than just a sign in the yard. You need a pro who knows the market, knows the process, and knows how to fight for you. That's why I trust Kevin Krager with LPT Realty. Kevin doesn't just unlock doors. He brings a deep knowledge of market trends, the latest home buyer programs, cutting-edge real estate technology. But what truly sets him apart, it's Kevin's strong background in construction. He knows what to look for so that you don't end up in a money pit. Owning a home should be an asset, but it only is if you know what you're doing and if you have somebody on your side that can help you with the process. From foundation to roof line, he's focused on protecting your investment every step of the way, and even after closing, his service doesn't stop there. Kevin has the resources to help with repairs or upgrades that you may want, all at cost to his wonderful clients. So if you want more than just an agent, if you want a trusted guide who knows homes inside and out, call Kevin Krager with LPT Realty today. Your future home will thank you.
Emergency crews working on a crash blocking the left shoulder, 408 westbound at Colonial Drive. Also, an accident blocking the right lane, State Route 50 eastbound at Deer Isle Drive, and a slow ride on 408 westbound at Pine Hills Toll Plaza. There's a crash there blocking the left lane. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
The biggest night in football is almost here. On Kalshi, you can now legally trade game day props like, will a quarterback win MVP? Yes, it's trading at 70%, meaning a $100 trade pays $140 if it hits. Kalshi isn't betting. It's a live market where you trade against other people, buying in or out as prices move. And for a limited time, use code iHeart and get $20 when you trade $100. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones. You think you know what's going to happen during the big game? Call it with DraftKings Predictions, a new app where you can predict outcomes on football's biggest game. Make real money predictions on the big game and put your money where your knowledge is. Pick a topic, make a prediction. Like, what will the total score be? Will the underdog cover? Which team will be lifting the trophy at the end? Then see if your big game smarts pay off. DraftKings Predictions is new and simple to use with big game trading. Available here in Florida.
Download now. New DraftKings Predictions customers get up to a $75 first trade bonus with promo code WYGM740. Don't just feel it, predict it with DraftKings Predictions. The crown is yours. DraftKings Predictions is a CFTC registered introducing broker. Event contract trading involves substantial risk of loss. One per new customer. Opt-in required. Non-withdrawable predictions dollars expire in 1 year. Ends February 8th, 2026. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. See terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
It's time to bet, win, and connect in 2026. If you think you know the market better than your friends and peers, Better Edge is the place to profit off of that advantage. Better Edge is a social betting marketplace trusted by over 35,000 bettors, including me. Better Edge is where I first discovered that you can actually churn a profit betting on sports. With the best odds and prices anywhere in the market, it's a no-brainer for sharp sports bettors. Use the promo code BEATBRANDON at sign up for $20 upon your first arrival. It's betteredge.com or the Better Edge app.
When you're injured in a car accident and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car, it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah & Farah at 800-500-555. Orlando.
This year's tax changes. Better not get caught snoozing. Miss one deduction, lose thousands. Not amusing.
Big tax changes can mean bigger refunds at Jackson Hewitt. And right now, get $100 just to try it.
Don't worry, tax filers. If money is tight, get $100 from Jackson Hewitt, so you'll sleep better at night.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
For delicious meals, you could go out to eat or spend hours in the kitchen. Or you could just make a Marie Callender's meal. Yeah, you heard me. Marie Callender's classic chicken parmigiana bowl is delicious with scratch-made marinara sauce, creamy mozzarella cheese, and no preservatives. It's high in protein with 30 grams per serving. Marie Callender's, what having it all tastes like.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. Scottsdale, Arizona produced Austin Matthews, who headlines a star-studded roster as NHL players return to the Olympics. One of the most lethal goal scorers in the world, Matthews brings his elite wrist shot and MVP pedigree to Team USA. For the first time in a decade, the world's best pros are facing off for national glory, and Matthews looks to lead the Americans to a miracle finish in Italy. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Spice up the big game with a hot box from Dave's Hot Chicken.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
This February 14th, you can make a real difference in the lives of more than 80,000 Special Olympics Florida athletes, happening at Aquatica Orlando. It's the annual Polar Plunge. By raising funds and taking the plunge, you help provide year-round training and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Whether you participate on your own, create a team, or involve your school, your commitment empowers athletes to achieve their dreams. Be bold. Get cold. Help build a more inclusive Florida. Learn how you can donate, register, or get your school involved at SOFLPolarPlunge.com.
Dolphins play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Again, a big thank you to Lake Nona Live, the Tribute Festival, for dropping off some food for us here at the studio today. Bianchi about to chow down on, I think, his second lobster roll of the afternoon. Oh! I've already had a couple myself, feeling good. You can go and check out the live music tomorrow. Lake Nona Live at the Lawn, it's Boxy Park. You can check out their tribute bands, Fleetwood Mac, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Ever heard of them? Wait a minute. Who is that?
Let's hear from Uncle Paulie, yeah? With today's Wise Guy Special.
I'm going to make him an offer.
Well, hello, Mikey.
Hey, Paulie.
Hey, it's good to see you, too. You're getting ready for the Super Bowl the best way I know how. That's listening to Me Porto Bonito by Bad Bunny. Let's talk about Sam Darnold. People say Darnold can see ghosts. I guess he's transformed from Haley Joel Osment. That's the kid who said, I see dead people, Mikey. Keep up. He's gone from that and turned himself into Pac-Man. He's out here gobbling up blue ghosts like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. However, if we don't learn from the past, we're destined to repeat it. Stick that in your Coach quote pipe and smoke it. At least that's what my therapist said. She also said you got to look the way of Sam Ghostbuster Darnold to throw an interception. And you know what? I'll take good advice where I can get it. In fact, I doubled up her pay with that tip. What a season it's been, Mikey. Soon I'll be parasailing the open waters of Sicily, watching reruns of Rizzoli and Isles. Until then, let's cash this ticket on Sammy D, throwing at least one INT on Super Bowl Sunday. Enjoy the game, stay out of trouble, and remember, if anybody comes looking for me, you ain't seen me. I bid you a fond farewell. And for one last time, you, my friends, can't forget about it. Let's get to the locks.
Stone Cold Locks.
Give me the hell yeah. We have some catching up to do today. A Super Sunday edition. 44-49 on the season. It is going to take a profitable Herculean effort to get us out of the deficit here, but here goes a nothing. Let's start with the first quarter under 8.5 points scored. Pretty strong trend here to the first quarter under in Super Bowls, and it makes sense too. These teams are so nervous. They're so tight. They're so scared to make the first critical mistake. Play callers are more cautious. Quarterbacks are more likely to throw the ball away than to throw the ball into traffic early on, and it's played out that way recently too. And it should be noted, it's played out that way with better offenses and more experienced coaches and quarterbacks. Last year, it was Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, round 2, 7 total points scored in the first quarter. Super Bowl 57, Chiefs 49ers, 0 points scored in the first quarter. Also, Seattle, number 2 defense in the NFL in terms of points per game allowed in the first quarter. Let's go ahead and lock it up. First quarter under 8.5. George Holani, over 1.5 receptions, the backup running back for the Seattle Seahawks. I was surprised that it looked the way that it did in the NFC title game. I thought Kenneth Walker was going to be I thought he was going to get 100% of the snaps. That's not what happened. I thought what did take place was quite illuminating and is what led to this wager. They did not deviate that much from what they did with Zach Charbonnet. 35% snap share, 4 targets for George Holani. They still rotated running backs. They even had Holani in on third downs throughout the game. And where is Sam Darnold susceptible? It's right up the gut. Their middle of their offensive line is not that good. He's going to have to get the ball out of his hands quick. Christian Gonzalez is going to be glued to JSN. George Holani is going to end up grabbing a couple of balls here. Give me over 1.5 catches. Lock it up. Demario Douglas, under 11.5 receiving yards. This is a tough one. Seattle's the number 1 defense against opposing wide receivers, so somebody's going under. It's going to be him. It's going to be Booty. It's going to be Hollins. Somebody is going under in that receiving core, and I am targeting the slot wide receiver specifically because Nick Emanwari has been gobbling up slot receivers all season long. Hunter Henry might be roaming free. I don't mind if you look the way of his overs in this Super Bowl. Douglas has also gone under this number, which is incredibly low, 5 of his last 7 games. If Drake May has a shoulder issue, that could also be an issue as far as the passing game goes. And this is really just a bet on Seattle's defense and Nick Emanwari, who is just fine with that ankle injury that popped up this week. Give me the under for Demario Douglas, 11.5 receiving yards. Lock it up. JSN, touchdown. This is too much fun to pass up. JSN's the best player on the field. I think he's got a legit shot to win Super Bowl MVP. If the Seahawks win the game, you can get those odds at 5-1 on Hard Rock. Darnold is the quarterback, but there's so much focus on Jackson Smith and Jigba in that offense that he is liable to put up some gaudy numbers. You know he's going to have some circus catch in this game, and all you need to get there is a touchdown. So if you're going to bet JSN to win MVP, which I have already done that as well, I think he's got to get in the end zone. We're going to take JSN to score a touchdown against the Pats. Lock it up. Travion Henderson, over 25.5 rushing plus receiving yards. This is not a Ramondre Stevenson game. Denver very much was. You can run traditionally against the Broncos. You had to win the turnover battle, run up the gut. Ramondre doesn't fumble. Well, this is a completely different scenario. Byron Murphy is in the middle of that Seattle defense. Running right at him is a death sentence to your running game. They've got to toss the ball out and give it to somebody with speed so that they can create explosive plays against Seattle's ferocious defense. Henderson is much more equipped to do that than Stevenson is. And Josh McDaniels has shown a propensity to lean on these X-Factor type running backs in Super Bowls as well. Think about James White and the big performance that he had years ago. Even Shane Vereen had 11 catches for the Patriots under the McDaniels offensive regime. I'm going over 25.5 rushing plus receiving for Henderson. Lock it up. DeMarcus Lawrence of the Seahawks, at least 1 sack recorded in this game. Drake May has taken 5 sacks in each playoff game so far. He's played 3 defenses that rank top 10 in sacks. Seattle is 7th, so they're right there with the rest of these teams. DeMarcus Lawrence is likely to be lined up against Will Campbell throughout the game. That is food for Lawrence. Give me a sack for D-Law. Lock it up. And I'm going to save my analysis on this one for the next segment, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in there. Patriots plus 4.5 against the Seattle Seahawks. Go ahead and lock it up, and I'll give you the analysis when we do our Super PAC picks head-to-head coming up in the next segment. So, I added one. 7 locks. Hopefully this gets us past 50% on the season. First quarter under 8.5. George Holani over 1.5 receptions. Demario Douglas under 11.5 receiving yards. A JSN touchdown. Travion Henderson over 25.5 rushing plus receiving yards. DeMarcus Lawrence sack. And the Patriots cover the spread. Super PAC picks next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Big game coming up, and if it's not obvious already, I think you know where I'll be. I'll be 1 at my house and 2 on my favorite app, the Hard Rock Bet app. If you have not tried the Hard Rock Bet app yet, it's all good because you have picked the best time of year to get involved. New signups can double their winnings on their first 10 bets, and that is how you build a winning bankroll, and that's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. My card is quite full for this game. JSN MVP, side total, touchdown scores, first quarter props. You can even bet the coin toss if you are so inclined. Join them online by visiting hardrock.bet. You can download the app. Also follow on social for incredible content at Hard Rock Bet for the latest in the betting world. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
All right, guys, let's be honest. Football season hits, and between the wings, the pizza, and a few too many beers, that jersey starts fitting a little bit tighter. Then you swear you'll drop the weight, but no matter what diet you try, nothing sticks. That's why I want to tell you about Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. These folks are Central Florida's leaders in medical weight loss. This isn't some fad diet or magic powder. It's a doctor-supervised program that combines hormone optimization, nutrition coaching, and yes, those new injectable weight loss medications everyone's talking about. They customize it all for you, and the results are fast. Most guys lose 20 pounds or more in just 6 to 10 weeks safely. You'll have more energy, better sleep, and honestly, you'll just feel good again. It's time for you to make your fourth quarter comeback. Go to hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. That's hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog.
Fix update.
Lindsey Vonn will race in the women's downhill event for Team USA despite that major knee injury. Her coach trusts she can compete.
I said the turns are her superpower, but so is this little head she got here. Like on race day, she's unbelievable. So I really think that she can do this.
Team USA aims for gold this weekend after Evan Bates and Madison Chalk earned the top score in Friday's rhythm dance qualification round.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeart Radio app.
The biggest night in football is almost here. On Kalshi, you can now legally trade game day props like will a quarterback win MVP? Yes, is trading at 70%, meaning a $100 trade pays $140 if it hits. Kalshi isn't betting. It's a live market where you trade against other people, buying in or out as prices move. And for a limited time, use code iHeart and get $20 when you trade $100. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
In a motorcycle accident, the details make all the difference.
Was the driver who hit you not paying attention?
Were there hazardous road conditions?
Were there eyewitnesses?
We don't depend on the accident report because it's not admissible in court. We conduct our own investigation.
And we know doctors who can testify to how the injuries will affect you for the rest of your life, to try and get you the money that you'll need to take care of yourself. Farah and Farah.
Orlando,
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bad calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
If you want your windows there in Reese, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Factory Direct Impact Windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
Tonight, kick off the Winter Olympics in style with the opening ceremony from Italy.
We are ready to roll.
Tonight at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on NBC and Peacock.
Meet Lee Platz, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth. Everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction. One day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters. Discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
We here on Game On and the Orlando Valkyries appreciate our teachers. To show how much we care, we're giving you a night to remember. This Friday evening, catch the Orlando Valkyries versus the Atlanta Vibe Teacher Appreciation Night presented by Foxtail Coffee. The first 1,000 fans get a free Valkyries lanyard as well. Perfect way to celebrate some of the most important people in our community. That's Friday night at Addition Financial Arena. Support the team and pay tribute to our educators. We'll see you at the next match.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
Finally, temps are on the rise across Central Florida. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Still going to be a little cool through the overnight, but overall nowhere near as chilly as what we have been feeling. We're back into the mid to upper 40s across the metro. Some of our northern and western spots, north and west of Ocala, could slide back into the low 40s, so probably want that jacket early on Saturday. But then temperatures are climbing back at least closer to where they should be. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s under plenty of sunshine. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
From the opening kickoff to the final whistle of the big game, Bet Online delivers live in-game action, instant updates, and in-game props. Prediction markets follow the conversation. Bet Online defines it. Bet Online, the game starts here.
The UCF Knights play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeart Radio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
All right, we are halfway home. As far as these picks go, the locks are in. Paulie's had his say. He's jet setting back to Italy until next football season.
Gonna miss Paulie.
Maybe Paulie will come back for baseball. Huh?
No. Definitely not. I don't miss him that much.
A little Padres Cubs action on a Friday night. Okay. All right, Mike. Let's do a quick recap on how this is going. This is we're calling this six-pack the Super Pack.
Mm-hmm.
An update on the season. Bianchi has been winning all year long. This is a coast-to-coast victory. And will likely win no matter what. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we went 1-1 in the conference championship games, so there wasn't any ground gained there. Your record is 63-54. Mine is 58-59. So I'm 5 picks back, and we have 6 picks to make. So this would have to go dramatically in my favor just to potentially get a tie. So you could play a little defense here if you wanted to. I'm going to have you go first on all of these picks until the end. In fact, I have not talked to you about this. I do not know.
Yeah, there's no free money.
There's no free money in the Super Bowl. Okay. Wow. Sad day to be a sports fan. Hit the music. All right, this is how we're doing this. It is the Super Bowl Super PAC. So we're going to do 6 picks as we've been doing throughout the season. But, of course, there's only one game to pick. So we are splitting this up Super Bowl style. Follow along at home. The total in this game is set at 45.5. Seattle has hit the over in both of their playoff games. New England has gone 2-1 to the under in their 3 playoff games. Oddly enough, they went over against the Houston Texans. You wouldn't think that would happen in a snowstorm, but it did. 45.5. Mike, are you going over or under on the Super Bowl total?
With these 2 defenses, I don't care what the total is. I mean, you got 2 of the top defenses in the league. Nah, I'm going under. Give me the under.
Okay, I think that is the right side to take, but you should always care what the number is. I will go over. These are 2 really good quarterbacks, and this is not I know that New England's offense has looked putrid. They've been playing in horrendous weather.
They have.
For weeks now, and now they get to play in San Francisco.
By the way, a little caveat here. I know you're trying to catch up and all.
Yeah.
But you can't. If are any of these picks the same as your locks?
I will not alter any of my locks.
Okay.
I will only play the other side,
right?
If I don't have a physical bet on it, or it was a lock.
Okay.
So, which quarterback will have more passing yards, Drake May or Sam Darnold? Their prop is not all that far apart from one another. Let me pull that up just for reference sake. Sam Darnold, you can bet at over 239.5. Drake May is at 229.5. So 10 yards separation. The books are saying that it's Darnold that will have more. Who do you like?
Does Drake May have Jackson Smith and Jigba on his team? I don't think so. Give me Sam Darnold.
So this is not. I am going to differ on this pick also, but this is not simply for defensive sake. I think Drake May is actually a better bet here for this. You can't run on Seattle, and the Patriots are more likely to end up in the type of game script that would force Drake May to throw the football.
A backdoor over.
Yeah, like a trying to play catch up sort of over. And yes, JSN is amazing, but they lean so heavily on him. Darnold could have 200 yards passing, and JSN has 175 of them.
Good point.
With how much he gobbles up the target. So I'm going to go with May. You're going with Darnold. Best player in the game, you just mentioned him, Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's the offensive player of the year. JSN's receiving total is 99.5 yards.
Over.
Mike is going to go over on that. That is a little high. I think he might get to the 90s, but I'll go under just to play the other side. That's going to be a heavily bet over in this game. This is one that I know everybody can get down with. It's the coin toss. The first bet that can be made, perhaps right after the national anthem. I don't have the anthem on here. Probably should have done that. Heads or tails? Who you got?
Oh, come on. I read a stat that 83% of the time in Super Bowls, it's tail. Give me tail.
They do say that tails never fails. I have done some digging on this, and the head side of the coin weighs about 0.0000001% more than the tails side.
Then how do you explain my stat that tails wins it 83% of the time?
Variance. 51%.
Here's how you explain it. I just made that stat up.
Well, I also made my stat up. So I'm going to go heads. Mike's going tails. Now for the creme de la creme. Seattle, -4.5. The big bad bullies of the NFC taking on the Patriots, who have sailed to Santa Clara on the winds of an easy schedule. Who you got?
Who do I got in the game?
In the game. We are going to make one more pick, but we'll get to that in a second.
We're picking the spread, 4.5.
Yeah.
4.5. I think that Seattle Seahawks are the best team in the league, not by far, but by a significant amount. Offensively, defensively, I think they're better than New England on both sides of the football. I think their quarterback's better. I think their storylines are better. I think they have all of the mojo going their way. Obviously, they want redemption from that Super Bowl all those years ago when Pete Carroll made the wrong call. Mike McDonald was even asked, would he run it or pass on the goal line at the end of a Super Bowl? No, this is Seattle's game to win, and plus everybody in the country that's not a Patriots fan, all the mojo's going for Seattle. Nobody wants to see the Patriots dynasty rekindled. Give me the Seahawks.
I think New England, because of everything that you just said, which has been echoed everywhere I turn, I think New England is being supremely underestimated here. I firmly believe.
Wait a minute. Stop right. You're the one who all season has been underestimating them, saying they're playing a bunch of moon pies, their schedule sucks. And you're the one who underplayed them, and now you're going to tell us, oh, they've been underplayed all season long. Yeah, by you.
I didn't say all season long.
Oh.
I said right now.
Okay, right now.
They are right now.
Okay.
I think that at portions in the season, that felt accurate. Then they went to the playoffs, and they have defeated 3 of the top defenses in the NFL. They have won in severe weather, and they are getting no credit for it from people picking this Super Bowl. And Seattle's over here just going, la-di-da. We're going to beat up on the San Francisco 49ers, the most injured team in the postseason. No problem putting up points against them. And then they put up a bunch of points on the Rams. Rams secondary is terrible. And it's the 3rd time they played against this team. So much familiarity. There's none of that. And I get the coaching advantage with Mike Vrabel, who's been in these positions before. Josh McDaniels, who's been in these positions before. Mike McDonald hasn't. He'll be peeing down his leg by halftime. Give me the Patriots +4.5 and on the money line. Patriots win the game outright. Lock it up.
Free money, free stuff.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, how you like them apples? I took your bet. All right, last one for double the points. So you get 2 points if you get it right.
So this is the big one.
Yes, because we both might lose this. Predict the Super Bowl MVP.
Sam Darnold.
Wow, way to go out on a limb, Mike.
What? You want me? What? Sam Darnold?
All right, I'm going to protect myself a little bit here from the Patriots pick. I'm going Jackson Smith and Jigba.
No.
It's a little protection. Just a little protection.
Okay.
For that.
All right.
That right there are super pack picks for Super Bowl 60. 2-minute drill on the way next.